Hey guys, Katie here, and today I'm reviewing Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. I'm really excited about this book, and I know that it's been reviewed a lot around BookTube, but I thought I'd take a quick moment and kind of talk about my experience with the book because I loved it so much. I first heard about Burial Rites somewhere around BookTube, but then Lianne at Literary Diversions was reading it, and I was kind of following along, and I was talking to her on Goodreads, and I was getting really excited because it sounded like she loved it. And when she posted her review, I said, I really want to read this, and she said, you have to read this. So I picked it up and I read it. If you haven't heard about Burial Rites, it's a story about a woman named Agnes who's charged with the murder of two men along with another man and another woman, and she's kept in a storeroom for a while, but then she's moved to live with a family that has something to do with the district commissioner so that she can wait for her sentence. The way I would describe this book is definitely beautiful and haunting. As soon as you get a few pages in, you're going to want to go to Iceland, even though it's kind of sad and depressing and it seems like everyone's got a really hard life. It's set in the 1800s, so nothing is easy for these people. They're all living on farms, and you know, the winters are tough and stuff like that. So I think it's a really cool look into the history of Iceland, which maybe we don't hear about as much. Something else that is wonderful in this book is the relationship between Agnes and the other people in the story, particularly the priest Toady and the mother of the family she stays with, Margaret. These relationships have to grow and change over the course of the story, and it's not easy for them, and they don't like each other at first, and it's complicated. Agnes is really conflicted about what happened, and I think for herself, she's so tortured by what is happening and the fact that she's sentenced to death that she just doesn't even open up to anyone for a really long time. And so seeing her open up to Toady the priest and then Margaret the mother is really wonderful, and it's really touching, I think. I love the way that the story is really compelling. Throughout the book, I don't know, maybe a couple of chapters in, all I wanted was for Agnes to be innocent and for her to not have to die. I was just really upset the whole story because the more you learn about her, I think the more you like her. She's a really unique character, she's a cool person, and you know, she's had an interesting life that was not easy for her. She's done good things and bad things, and overall, you just come to really care about her, and you care about the fact that she's building these relationships with these other people, and it's really wonderful. I don't really have any complaints about Burial Rites, which I hate to say. I really do, because I feel like a review is better when it can be constructive as well as positive. So I can't say much about what I didn't like about this book because I really loved it. I read it a little bit slowly, and the language is a little bit different at times. There's some Icelandic language and words and things like that, but it's not very heavy, and honestly the names are the hardest part. I don't usually like sad stories, but this was a really sad story. So I feel like I can safely say that if you haven't read Burial Rites, I think you should, especially if you like historical fiction, if you like compelling books that kind of suck you in and you don't even know what time of day it is. This is a really great read for that reason. Just overall, I think it's a fantastic book and definitely worthy of all the hype, which is really unusual, you know. I gave this 5 stars on Goodreads. Lately I've been giving a lot of 5 stars and I'm feeling guilty about it, but whatever. I mean, I don't even know how I feel about Goodreads ratings, so I really enjoyed it, and I hope that if you haven't read it, you will consider reading it. It's exciting because you don't know what's gonna happen, and the whole novel I was just hoping that the ending wouldn't be what I thought it might be, and if you want to know what happens, you're gonna have to read it, so check it out. So that was my review of Burial Rites. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it helped you. Let me know if you read the book and what you thought of it. Let me know if you're going to read the book, and I will see you guys later. Bye.